Now, if you're my age, I'm about to turn 50 next month. I watch a lot of these movies about little creatures and stuff like that. Like Gremlins is one. Where the little gremlins, you add water, he became a gremlin. And then I watched one called Critters back in the day, 1, 2, and 3, by these little monstrous little animals like balls with hair that would chew on you and eat you up. Another one I watched back in the day was Troll. Troll was about these little, look like monstrous little elvish little creatures that would literally use, witchcraft, sorcery to turn you into vegetation and devour you. Another one I used to watch was Orcs. Orcs is like little, you saw the orcs in Lord of the Rings. They look like mutated men and women. They became demonized and mutated in order to, control, and they're very, feral. And they're very, monstrous and fighting and instinctive. So he told me a little bit about those. And he said, including the ones minions. And now you know about minions, them little yellow little things with little eyeballs around that kids love, right? And fairies as well. He had me remember, particularly the Spiderwick Chronicles, about all these different little spirits. Cat's Eye, where they had this small little spirit, trying to steal the breath of this girl. I'm going way back on y'all. But if you remember any little movies, even now, and I don't make that many of them now, as they used to. But back in the day, they made all these kind of movies about little creatures, little imps, little elves, leprechaun. Now, I ain't talking about a friendly leprechaun, talking about leprechaun, including leprechaun in the hood. All these little creatures and stuff they would have, they were always devouring, or they're always turning people into something. They're always eating something, eating you or eating somebody. Even when I saw, look, this was even before I was born, about pod people, where it was this seed came from the tree and turned this man to a seed pod creature, alien, and, a lot of these, the Lord told me, these are all lower ranking demons. Imps, sprites, fairies. These are spiritual wickednesses in high places. Now, what do? They, of course, they do devour. They're just as vicious as the ones out there. They just don't have the ranking, but they're like the ones on the ground. They're the ones that irritate.